Hi, hello, this is Sonia from Scissors and Smiles, and after I recently did my Your Creative Studio journal, I kind of was on a roll and I decided to make another one, but it's actually quite different from the Your Creative Studio one because the this one is much less decorated than the Your Creative Studio one. And I'm trying to figure out what my actual preference is. Do I like lots of decoration? Do I want things to be really, really plain so that whoever is using the journal can do their own thing? Anyway, we'll have a look at this and I don't know, maybe you want to give me your opinion, what you like better. Anyway, this journal is actually intended for somebody. This is going to a family friend, a lady who is in her 70s. She likes journaling, but I'm not really sure whether she's all into the tiny little bits and pieces or when it's kind of very, very opulent. I have a feeling she mightn't. So she loves flowers and botanical kind of illustrations, and she also really likes birds. So you can already see a sort of a little theme developing here. I used an old book that I had used the pages of, one of those botanical books, and I mean I think it's perfect, particularly because I hope you can see that, you know, it's kind of golden and reflective, and I left it pretty plain apart from that because I thought this is decorative enough. I had to create a new spine, but did I? No, I didn't have to create a new spine. This is the original spine, but because it said whatever it said, I mean, you know, Britain's wildflowers or something like that, I decided to cover that up and put a bit of lace on it. And I think it's worked out quite nicely. I mean, you can give it that aged look. It's very tactile, so I really like that. And then just because it was a bit plain on the top, on the cover, I thought, well, why not put a few little dangles on there? And I made this little thing. I mean, here is a lovely little letter which I backed onto cardboard, and here is a stamp which I backed onto cardboard and turned into a dangle, and then just, you know, topped it off with a tiny little flower. So the theme is kind of set. As you can see, the book contains the journal contains 4 signatures, and I, as I said, kept it pretty plain in this book. Let's have a look. So it kind of starts off with just kind of a fold out. I did put some stuff in there, but I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to keep it in there. This little fold out is created with 2 what are they, 6x6 pieces of paper. Just, you know, very simple little fold out, and I've got a little tuck spot here with a ticket in it, and then a couple of postcards or pieces of paper there, and a little book plate where the recipient can write her name if she wants to. There seems to be a bit of a, I don't know, fashion for making paper clips, covered paper clips at the moment, so I tried it out as well. Really liked it. I think this was following instructions by, I think it was Corey Darman. Really like those. I think they're lovely. I used a couple of typical German file folders. This is what they used to look like when in use in kind of public service offices. And yeah, they always have this kind of, how do you call that? Lots of little squares, whatever. You'll see later why the file folders have this sort of thing. Anyway, so that's my first signature. And as I said, very little decoration going on in here. I basically just let the paper speak for itself, except for pages like this where there's lots of writing on. I put a a pocket in there and a simple tag. Some nice old ledger paper, coffee dyed paper, pieces from, I just like the format of this little poetry book, and then bird pages. And a doily in the middle. And as you can see, I used a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Keeps everything safe. I quite like those. Here's a kind of bookmark in a pocket. Here's a tuck spot with a sort of collage type of thing. And another one of those little covered clips, and the end of the signature. I've used it as a sort of a tab here. And we'll go into the next one. The signatures are basically identical, except for the way I decorated it. I mean, some of these things were pre-made, so I used those. Put a little tuck spot there, little pouch there. Book pages. You can see it kind of repeats itself. This is a sort of little pouch or envelope, I suppose. Nothing in there though. I just left it like that. And here's a different doily in the middle of this signature. Now here you can see why those little squares are on the file folder. This was in use in a public office, and basically when one office wanted to send something to another department, they just basically wrote the names in there into the little squares, and it would be transported to the other office, and and so on. That's why these squares are in there. Another little pouch and a tag in there, pre-made tag. As I said, I left things more or less plain just to give my friend a lot of space for writing on. Yet another doily. Another one of those tuck spots made with a kind of cluster. And that's the end of the third signature, and the last signature. A nice big pouch. Slightly simpler one with a pre-made tag. Doily in the middle. And a pouch that has some other tags. Does this have? No, just a fabric pouch here. And the end, where As you can see, again, I've kept it simple. I just put a little bit of paper in there just to decorate, well, not really to decorate it, but kept it all very plain, nothing on the back. I think for somebody who may not be familiar with the concept of a junk journal, this is probably best for the beginning, and not kind of overload her with too much decoration. But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out myself, you know, how much decoration do I like? I mean, I love it when I see videos in which people, you know, decorated to the nines. There's so much work in that, and it's just wonderfully inspirational, I suppose. But I also like it when just the paper kind of speaks for itself, when you see the wonderful aged papers or the beautiful coffee and tea stained hues of beige and brown. I love that as well. So anyway, I had lots of fun doing this, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Bye.